In the heart of South Karnataka lies a place where the pulse of tradition beats stronger than anywhere else. Welcome to Kallugundi, nestled in the lush landscapes of Dakshina Kannada, a stone's throw away from Korg, a place where the borders of districts are blurred, but the spirit of the land is clear. In the month of March, something extraordinary happens. A surge of energy, a frenzy of devotion. The village comes alive for the grand Otthekola Jatre. This isn't just a festival, it's an experience, one that'll make you feel the heat, the intensity, and the raw power of faith and tradition. Here, in Kallugundi, the people share a bond with the divine, a bond forged through centuries of worship. The god they hold dear, Mahavishnu Murti, is not just a deity. They believe he walks among them, guiding their lives with strength and protection. Every day, the Mahavishnu temple is filled with devotion, but once a year, it's the Otakola Jatre that ignites a spark in the heart of the community. This festival? It's a symphony of emotions. The work, the sweat, the fire. It all comes together in an explosion of energy. You can feel the anticipation as the crowd gathers, the fire burning brightly in the night. The people here don't just watch, they live the Jatri. There's no holding back. There's the wait for the moment, the patience, and then, boom, the atmosphere charges with the spirit of the god himself. Through the sweat and fire, through every beat of the drum, you realize something. This festival is more than just a gathering. It's a ritual, a celebration of hope. It's a collective prayer for the year ahead, a plea for blessings, for protection, and for prosperity. The Jatre is a beacon, a moment of pure, unfiltered joy, reminding us of the strength that lies in unity, in belief, in community. For friends, for families, for everyone in the village, it's a chance to come together, to celebrate the blessings they've received and the challenges they've overcome. This isn't just about living in the wild. It's about living with hope, with faith, and with each other. And let me tell you, no one leaves the Otthekola Jatre unchanged. So, step into this world where the spirit of Mahavishnu Murti guides the land. Witness the fire, feel the vibe, live the experience. This is Otthekola, a festival like no other. There's a story behind the fire, behind the heat, behind the spirit of Otthekola. A story rooted deep in the land, in the very soil of Kallugundi that speaks of survival and faith. Generations ago, 3 lifetimes back, the Serigara family came from the lush lands of Kerala, bringing with them something more than just tradition. They carried with them a stone, a symbol of Mahavishnu Murti, the divine protector. And for years, it sat outside, as silent as the winds, while the family offered their daily prayers. But the village, it was still vulnerable, exposed to the harshness of life. Then something unimaginable struck. A disease, unnatural, relentless, swept through the village. The people's bodies, marked with red patches, grew weak and helpless. It was as if the land itself had turned against them. Desperation set in. Fear gripped their hearts. The head of the village, a leader in both name and spirit, called the wealthiest man of the village for counsel. They gathered, discussing the plague that had gripped their people. But there was no easy answer, no magic cure. It was a moment when faith alone could provide the answer. Together, they decided to seek a higher counsel. They turned to the stars, reaching out to a visionary, a being of knowledge beyond the earthly plane. This was no ordinary man. He was a guide sent by fate. He gazed upon the village and saw the stone, the Mahavishnu Murti stone, and he spoke, "Worship the god. The rituals must be done with live coals. Only through fire, through sacrifice, can the village be saved." With those words, a spark ignited. The village leader and the people, driven by a renewed sense of purpose, decided to perform the rituals. They began the Bhoothakola, a dance of fire, a calling to the divine. The flames, wild and untamed, licked the air. And as if by miracle, the disease began to recede. The red patches faded. The land, once cursed, now seemed to heal. The people of Kallugundi had discovered something far beyond the physical, an unshakable bond of faith. The power of the divine wasn't just a belief, it was real. As the years passed, more and more villagers joined in. The Bhoothakola grew into a full-blown festival, a ritual that no one could ignore. It was no longer just about survival. It was about unity, about strength, about invoking the divine in the face of chaos. And now, generations later, it's March 28th, the day the Otakola comes to life. But this isn't just any day. It's the culmination of 2 weeks of preparation, where the air is thick with anticipation and the land itself feels alive with energy. 2 weeks before the Otakola, the villagers begin their ritualistic gathering of wood, a tradition known as Karikrama. It's a primal act, a task that pulls them into the heart of the wild, where they cut down trees to collect firewood for the blazing ritual. Every piece of wood collected represents more than just fuel for a fire. It's a symbol of the strength and unity that binds this community together. As the days pass, the village transforms. The collected wood piles grow taller, stacking into towering mounds, waiting for the moment when they will be set alight. But the real test, it's still to come. March 28th. This is the day. The Vishnu Murti Vigraha, the sacred idol of Mahavishnu, is prepared for its journey. The Theya Samaja, a group dedicated to the preparation of the Otakola, will carry this idol through the village. Barefoot and resolute, they walk for over a kilometer, holding the flame of devotion in their hands as they move toward the temple. This is no ordinary pilgrimage. This is a walk of fire, a journey where the flames and faith collide. The Theya Samaja sets the woods into a pyramid shape, a towering inferno that could swallow the earth itself. But this fire isn't just any fire. It's the heart of the Otakola, and the villagers, undaunted, stand close, embracing the flames as if they were old friends. While the heat is so intense it could scorch anyone else, the Theya Samaja thrives. They don't retreat, they move closer to the flames. They play with fire like survivalists in the wild, fearless and untamed. The fire grows, the heat unbearable. Yet, the Theya Samaja continue their ritual, moving in ways that seem almost inhuman. Their devotion to the flame is absolute. Hours pass, and at around 12:30 a.m., the Marikala Pravesa begins, a moment when the energy of the village surges to a fever pitch. Then, the moment of reckoning, the Agni Pravesa. At the crack of dawn, 6 a.m. on March 29th, the fire's power reaches its peak. A few daring souls with nothing but their bare feet run across the searing hot coals, their feet brushing the flames that would bring down any ordinary man. It's an act of pure faith, of raw strength, and just as the heat peaks, the Mahavishnu Murti Bhuta, the divine spirit, leaps into the fire, a symbol of complete surrender, of ultimate devotion. The Agni Pravesa is a test of endurance, of survival, a moment where man and fire are one. If you've ever witnessed this, you know it's something that burns into your soul. It's a reminder that the wild doesn't just live outside, it lives inside each of us, in the fight to endure, in the will to survive. With the Agni Pravesa behind them, the divine blessing of Vishnu Daiva sweeps over the villagers, giving them strength and hope for the year to come. But even after the flames die down, the rituals continue. The Bali Dana, an offering of cocks, and the distribution of prasad ensure the community remains connected, bound by the fire they've all shared. For the people of Kallugundi, the Otakola is more than just a festival. It's a lifeline, a beacon of hope, a reminder that no matter how fierce the flames or how intense the struggle, they can survive. And for me and many others, it's a promise, the promise to endure, to carry the fire within us for the year ahead. This is life. This is survival.